Kids of today's generation, have you ever wondered what it was like to deal with the struggles back in the 90s? If the answer is yes, I have the simple solution to the struggles that you guys have never dealt with before. So get ready, because this topic begins right now. Hello everybody, I'm yours truly, Seth Wheat here, and in this topic, in this very vlog here is about kids of today's generation that will never, ever know the struggles of what it was like to be a 90s kid. And we're going to go over the top things that the kids of today's generation will never understand, will never know the struggles. And then the first one to top the list, kids of today's generation will never know the struggles of what it was like to have a portable CD player and try to stick it inside of your pocket. Today's generation, we have nothing but iPods and MP3 players. Back in the day, all we had was portable CD players. That's all we had. Kids of today's generation will never understand also what it was like to play a video game, only for the video game to actually glitch, and then us not being able to save our progress, to where we had to reset the whole entire game, to where we had to start all over from scratch. Oh, the humanity. Today's generation will never understand what it was like to have dial-up and wait for AOL to actually connect us to the internet. Although there are some places nowadays that still deal with dial-up internet. Not as bad as it was back in the 90s. Also, the kids of today's generation will never understand the whole fact of what it was like to even deal with the whole fact of downloading one song, which would actually take maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 hours to download. Also, the kids of today's generation will never understand the whole meaning of the whole thing of playing a Game Boy, only to actually have to have light to actually be able to see the screen. The kids of today's generation never understood everything. Even in the whole point that I grew up in the 90s, I know the struggles. Hell, I'll even prove to you right now. Hold it just a second here, and you guys will get to see something nostalgic. Kids of today's generation will never understand the whole fact of what it was like having CD cases filled with CDs. Ooh. And yes, by the way, I do have CDs. Even a big giant CD case such as this one has CDs and bunches of them. See, look at the CDs. Oh my god, the nostalgia! Talk about nostalgia. Kids of today's generation will never know what it was like to also be able to pull a game out of the Nintendo and blow into it to clear it up, and then to put it back slowly but surely, just to jiggle it a little bit to get the game working right again. Also, today's kids, the kids of today's generation will never know the struggles of what it was like to actually put in an actual cheat code by using the Game Genie for Nintendo and having a great big book, maybe about that thick, full of cheat codes for almost every single Nintendo game that they had. Not to mention the fact kids of today's generation will never know what it was like to play a Sega Genesis or a Super Nintendo, which I will be doing the whole nostalgia game playing soon to come here on YouTube. Today's kids of today's generation, they have it all made, because for one, we have MP3 players today. We have iPods, iPhones, tablets, iPads. Back in the 90s, we didn't have that shit. We had what was called the great outdoors. We went outside, we played. Even on a rainy day, we went outside and played. And if we got bored, well, we either took a nap or we played the Nintendo. That's what we did back in the day. We didn't have the internet like we do now, where we have Wi-Fi and we have broadband and all that neat shit. We didn't have all of that back then. We have all of it now, but that's only because of the new technology nowadays. But that is the very topic of today that I wanted to go over. The whole thing of what today's kids will never know, the struggles of the 90s. And which, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, ask anyone who is from the 90s. I am from the 80s, so I grew up in the mid-80s. So while y'all may look at me and think that I am old, let me assure you, I have been through more shit than you guys can know. I know the struggles. I know what it's like. It's y'all's generation today. Y'all don't know shit what we went through. So if y'all think y'all know the struggles of what we went through, you have no idea. So, and with that in mind, that is today's vlog for today. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You guys hope you guys enjoyed the topic that I decided to go through today. And make sure you guys be on the lookout too for my Valentine's vlog as well, which I will be posting up today because I probably will not have time to do it on Valentine's Day. So with that in mind, as always, I am yours truly, Sweet. And I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you guys subscribe if you guys get a chance. And with that in mind, I will see you later.